welcome back. Today we are going to have a little bit discussion on the debating skills. So, as you know, in academic settings, it is important that we also master a debating skill in English. So we can learn on how to agree and disagree politely and also in academic manner. All right, so today we are going to delve into the strategies for discussion. And then the second, we are going to learn more about how we should debate in an academic setting and how we should debate appropriately and well. And then we should also learn how to ignite students' critical thinking, and so students will engage in appropriate responses. There are some strategies in achieving these three learning outcomes. So first, before discussion, you should, number one, read the material because it is very important to learn the topic of your discussion so you will be well informed about what it is you are trying to convince or what you are trying to oppose. And then number two, you should review your reading and the lecture's notes. And then number three, you could start a conversation as a tryout with your friends. And then number four, if discussion is conducted online, you should try to use other communication media such as discussion forums, blog, or many more. You could use a delayed response like a writing, or you could have one-on-one or face-to-face on a virtual environment. And then you should also pay attention to your physical needs. What does that mean? Meaning that you should prepare, sit comfortably, also have things around you with your notes and so on. Turn off your phone, get your water. So get ready, get yourself ready before the discussion. And then you should learn your phrases before you agree or disagree with your partner. Yeah? And you should also learn that being shy, it's okay. You could practice more through speaking in front of the mirror, speaking with your bodies, with your friends, so as to lessen your shyness. And during the discussion, what you should do is you should be a good listener. And then it's very important that you take notes on the other students' opinion, your lecturer's opinion, and then you should ask questions when you don't understand something. Raise your hands literally or through the emoticon that is provided if you are using Zoom, for instance. And then try to be to the point so you don't take too much time just for yourself when other people are also there to and wait for their turn. Yeah, so you should be considerate and give other people's a good turn taking time. And then you should also, on the other hand, not rush when talking. So talk in a pace where your friends can understand what you're trying to say more clearly. And then you should also try to recognize your own style of discussion. Yeah, what does it mean? You could probably think whether you're more like one-on-one type of person, or how do you feel when you should lead a discussion in front of so many people, in front of your lecturer? But then again, like I mentioned before, it's okay to be shy, but you could always practice so that you could lessen your anxiety when speaking in front of your friends or in front of your lecturer or other people in a seminar. Yeah? Strategies for debate. So you could try to begin your debate by first understanding a topic. You could ask a question, and your topic, what you are trying to say, should answer your own question, and try to convince your participants. And then in a class, you should try to assume control, which means that you are engaging your participants, you're asking them questions, you look at their eyes, even though it happens virtually or offline. Yeah, your eyes, eye contact, your hand gesture, your body movement shows how much you want to engage with your participants, and this is very important. And then you should also try to stay on subject. How to do that? Sometimes take notes and get yourself some keynotes so that you can always try to be on point, to stay on the subject, so that your participants, your audience will always try to understand and then also be engaged with you in return. Yeah. And then you should anticipate any questions, even though if there are questions that you don't know or you don't or you can't answer on the spot. You should be thinking about how to respond to those. And then you could repeat on important point or couple of important points. Why? Because it is very important to get your audience to be thinking about the key points, so that when you finished, when you're done with your debate, they will try to agree with what you're saying. Yeah? And then you should also listen effectively, which means that you can extract the important points of what your friends or your audience or your debate partners are trying to say. And then it helps to use visual aids so that your audience can understand with the important things you are explaining. For instance, use charts, use statistics, use images, use video to get your points across. They are very helpful to get your points to be understood by your audience. And then when your audience or participants challenge you, you could answer not through arguing, but through giving out evidence-based answers. That way, you can always win a debate because you are talking through fact-checked facts. Yeah, the facts that you have been checking, accurate facts. Yeah. What are other strategies to ignite your critical thinking or students' critical thinking and students' responses to a debate? Yeah. First, you could do these steps. Number one, determine learning objectives. And then you could ask questions so that students can begin formulating their own quest and search for answers. And then you could give, these are for teachers, these are for students trying to lead a discussion. You could give the opportunity for QA, question and answer session, and practice how to lead a discussion. And then number 4, there is no way you could improve your debating skills or leading a discussion skill without reviewing your own performance or your peers reviewing your performance or your lecturer reviewing your performance or giving you feedback. And then after the feedback, there will be refining session, refining opportunities, and so you could improve your performance further. So you could better your own performance. And then the final step could be the feedback and assessment of learning. So these are important, just as point number 4, the feedback and assessment of learning will help you measure your own performance or how others perceive your role as the leader of a discussion. Yeah. And then these steps can go back and forth from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and so on. Yeah. So you can always engage in the theory and practice of how to lead a discussion. All right. What about the topics for this week? We can have a look and read together on Black Lives Matter. How far has the movement come? Yeah, this movement is very important and it has become a global. It started in the United States, but it has become a global movement. So we'll read this article together, and then I will provide you with some just questions so you can start your academic discussion with your classmates. Happy reading.